Hi guys, it's Gav here from dartsplanet.tv and welcome to day 8 of my predictions for the 2021 PDC World Darts Championship. We're going to be covering everything from the fixtures, stats, head-to-head and my predictions, so keep watching please guys. Tuesday, December the 22nd, we have got two sessions. The afternoon session sees Brendan Dolan up against Edward Foulkes, Joe Cullen against Wayne Jones, Simon Whitlock against Darius Labanauskas and Adrian Lewis will face Danny Baggish. Kicking off the afternoon, we've got Brendan Dolan against Edward Foulkes. Of course, Brendan Dolan from Northern Ireland, PDC ranking number 30 now. His opponent, Edward, in the first round beat Mike Decker 3-0. Had a really good average as well, I think, for a championship debut of 90.97. Also had a checkout percentage of 50%, so really well done to him. However, he's up against Brendan Dolan. Now, Brendan Dolan's a very steady player. He won't be rushed. I think some players really struggle against him. He just sort of, it's like a stroll in the park to him. He plays his own game. He doesn't care what anybody else is doing, or, you know, it's just really focused. And he's had a little bit of a resurgence of late, and I think that this is going to be a tough game for Edward. And I think that Brendan Dolan's going to go through this one in a close match, 3-2. Next up, we've got Joe Cullen against Wayne Jones. Of course, Joe Cullen from England, PDC ranking number 16 now. His opponent, Wayne Jones, been in the championship so many times. Like I said, his best performance, as I mentioned in the last video, was the semi-finals, but his PDC ranking is now number 95. In round one, he beat Kieran Tehan 3-2. His average was only 86.18. Checkout percentage 36.11. This is not going to be enough to beat Cullen unless Cullen gets in his own head. I do think that is Joe Cullen's worst problem. He's very hit and miss. He can bring a really good game. He can sometimes not turn up and perform. But as I said, I think Joe Cullen's his own worst enemy. He puts too much pressure on himself. He's always thinking about other stuff. And I think if he was just to play darts and focus on what he needs to do, he'd be much better. But I am going for this as a good draw for Joe. And I'm going for him to beat Wayne Jones 3-1. Next up, we see the Aussie Simon Whitlock up against Darius Labanauskas. Simon Whitlock, PDC ranking number 18 now. Darius in round one beat Lou 3-1 with an average of 96.07 and a checkout percentage of 50%. So he was playing really well. Now, these guys have played each other twice and it is 1-1 at the moment. But, you know, Whitlock, he is back on a mission in recent times. He's looking really good. He's hitting 180s for fun. I think he hit 20 in a recent TV tournament. And he's looking really sharp. This is going to be a good game. And Darius is going to push Whitlock. But I think that Whitlock could do some real damage in this tournament. And I'm going for him to beat Darius 3-1. The last match of the afternoon, we see Adrian Lewis against Danny Baggish. Really looking forward to this one. Adrian Lewis ranked 21 in the PDC now. His opponent, Danny Baggish, he beat Damon Eater. I did not see that coming. 3-2 in round one. His average was just 88.44. Checkout percentage was 27.78. That is not going to cut the mustard against Adrian Lewis. We know that Lewis is a world-class player and he will be back at some point. It's just when. Will it be this tournament? I don't think so. But when you've got a talent like Adrian Lewis in darts and you can flow like you can, we only need him to hit it or get on it and he's going to be all over it and he could go on a deep run and win any tournament at any time. I think this is going to be a good match, but I'm going for jackpot to beat Danny Baggish 3-1. Then we move on to the evening session for Tuesday, December the 22nd, where we see Danny Noppert face Cameron Carlison, Devon Petersen against Steve Lennon, Rob Cross against Dirk van Dudenbode, and Dimitri van der Berg against Paul Lim. First up, we've got Danny Noppert against Cameron Carlison. Danny Noppert, of course, from the Netherlands, PDC ranking number 25. His opponent, Cameron, has had a bye into this round because Clearmaker couldn't make it. Then Josh Payne turned up and he's been in contact with somebody, so all COVID related. So he has had a bye into this round. Danny Noppert is a good player. Don't get me wrong, good player. But for me, he only seems to have that one level. You see some players that can come to the stage and, you know, if they need to really up it. Like I said, Danny Noppert's a very steady player around the sort of high 90 averages. And that's going to be enough to beat Cameron. I don't know a huge amount about him. I know that it's obviously, of course, from South Africa and good friends with Devon Petersen. These guys have never met before. I'm going to give anybody a chance in this as a rule, but I think Danny Noppert has got a good draw, and I am going for him to beat Cameron in this one 3-0. Next up, we see Devon Petersen against Steve Lennon. Of course, Devon Petersen from South Africa, 29 in the PDC rankings now. His opponent, Steve Lennon from Ireland. In round one, he beat Larson 3-1. Had a great average, 96.95, and a checkout percentage of 38.46%. These guys have played each other twice, and it's 1-1 at the moment. But Devon Petersen, he has got that swagger at the moment. He's in incredible form. He's a real danger man. He'll be somebody that people's wanting to avoid. You know, is a changed man in the darts world, totally different mindset, and I can see him, and loads of people are tipping him to go really deep in this. I think that he beats Lennon, and quite comfortably, 3-1. We then see Rob Cross against Dirk van Dudenbode. Rob Cross, number 5 in the PDC ranking now. His opponent, Dirk, round one, he beat Bradley Brooks 3-2. He was 2-0 down. He didn't have a massive average. It was 92.57 and a checkout percentage of 37.04. But he did manage to get back into it and show some of that class he's shown in recent weeks. I think this is a bad draw for Rob Cross. I really like Cross. Some people think I don't in my videos. I do, but I do think that he lacks lots of confidence. It's also obviously defended money over the last few years with what he's won in different tournaments. So it is important to him because he's got money coming off other tournaments throughout the year. So he really needs to do some damage in this tournament so he don't start to drop down the PDC rankings. It's one of these, what my heart's telling me one thing, my head's telling me the other. I do want Rob Cross to win, and I want him to see off Dirk. But I think that Dirk is going to turn up. I don't think he's going to worry about Rob Cross. I think he's going to get into his game early. And I'm going for Dirk van Dudenbode to send Rob Cross home packing by 3-2. Then the final game of the day, what a cracker this is. Dimitri van der Bergh against Paul Lim. Dimitri, of course, from Belgium, PDC ranking number 9 now, world match play champ. He is up against the legend in darts that everybody loves and want to play. What a privilege it's going to be for Dimitri. In round one, Paul beat Humphries 3-2. He was 2-0 down as well. Had an average of 89.77 and a checkout percentage of 30.56. These guys have never ever played. Dimitri's going to be well up for this, as is Paul. Like I say, he's the world match play champ. Dimitri loves playing on TV. He oozes confidence. I think he actually quite like there being no crowd there. I think it'll play into his advantage. And I think this is going to be a cracker of a game. But I am going for Dimitri to beat Paul Lim 3-2. So let's just have a recap on my predictions for day 8. So I'm going for Brendan Dolan to beat Edward Foulkes 3-2, Joe Cullen to beat Wayne Jones 3-1, Simon Whitlock to beat Darius Labanauskas 3-1, and Adrian Lewis to beat Danny Baggish 3-1. Then I'm going for Danny Noppert to beat Cameron Carlison 3-0, Devon Petersen to win a great game against Steve Lennon 3-1, Dirk van Dudenbode to send home Rob Cross packing 3-2, and Dimitri van der Bergh to beat the legend Paul Lim in a cracker 3-2. So let me know what your thoughts are, guys. What are your standout games? What some quality games we've got there. It's going to be absolutely awesome and I can't wait. Do you think my predictions are good or bad? Let me know in the comments below. I am trying to get back. Sometimes we're a day behind. I am super busy here trying to roll all these videos out. I love doing the world videos. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon for the day 9 schedule, stats, head to head, and as well more of my predictions. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Please subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Don't forget to download that new app. Stay safe, enjoy the darts, guys, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.